Syncing audio catchphrase?
Yeah.
What do you propose?
I don't know. Help, I'm sinking. You ever noticed how they make popsicles where, like, if you want to suck off the last bit of the popsicle, the stick is just long enough to stab you in the throat?
Uh-huh.
They should make them a little less long.
Then it probably wouldn't be as stable. Or you just learn to suppress your gag reflex.
Gotta start deep throating my popsicles now. Welcome back, everyone.
Yeah, I guess.
What?
I mean, we've already started. I mean, we're kind of past that point already.
Well, I'm still in the same area because I don't know which way to go.
Well, you obviously got to warp out somewhere.
Oh yeah, obviously. That's what I was doing.
So let's see. That was the first of the... no, we already got the 4 kings, right?
Yeah.
So we're down
We're
2.
zipping along. Halfway through this game.
We actually are more than halfway, I'm pretty sure, by now. So you've got the Bed of Chaos and the Grave Lord. Do you have a preference?
Well, a bed sounds pretty nice.
It's
So
really not.
Let's go with the Bed of Chaos.
Alright. So you want to go to the Daughter of Chaos. You also probably want to spend some of them souls.
I got a couple. It's Quelax domain.
So there have been a number of little pictures with captions on Facebook inviting people to watch the General Conference. And,
Okay. That's a Mormon biannual meeting.
yes. And so, it's just like a pretty picture and then the words, join us. But of course it's text, so you can't really convey tone. So it could be read, join us. Which I thought was funny.
Absolutely. If it weren't so true.
Alright, so you do have a choice whether or not you want to save Solaire. And if you do want to save Solaire...
We gotta save Solaire.
He's certainly helpful in the final battle, so I usually do it. Unfortunately, it's kind of tedious and requires 30
tedium.
Requires 30 humanity.
That sounds pretty tedious.
So check your inventory. Let's see how much humanity you have. You've got 1 soft.
I got 23 plus 8. It's 31.
Plus the 1 soft. So you got 32 total. Alright, so if you're wanting to save him, go ahead and... I'd probably use up the 4 twin humanities.
Okay. How do I use 4?
You can't do them all at the same time.
This is the tedious part.
This is half of the tedious part. Because then you have to one by one spend them all.
Okay. That was your week.
I figure we'll probably fast forward this part.
Fine. I guess I won't talk to you.
Well, we gotta save our conversation for the interesting part.
Alright, we're back.
Well, no. Because, like I said, that's only halfway. You gotta give them all to her one by one.
This lady?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Because you were pointing like over here.
Oh, well, that's...
By my perspective.
I was only seeing her legs.
Wait.
Huh? So you gotta enter her covenant.
I'll abandon my convictions.
I can't understand a word you're saying, but I'll join your covenant.
You got sweet spells, do you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're done fast forwarding. We're back.
Yay!
We were having wonderful conversation. I gained a rank.
Yep.
Now what do I do?
No, you can leave.
Okay. He is saved?
No, I mean, you'll have to do something later, but you're kind of on your way to that.
Sweet.
So you just gotta go out there and go down the tunnel and
Which way?
face your next boss. Well, that's a dead end, so the other way.
Okay.
So I have another YouTube commercial complaint to lodge.
Yeah?
Let's see. What's this week's
The
iteration?
elevator?
Oh, the Chili's commercial. No, there should be a pathway right there.
Oh, a path.
So there's a Chili's commercial that keeps playing.
Okay.
Have you seen this one? It's like advertising their burritos or fajitas plates or whatever.
I don't think so.
I'm annoyed by the quote-unquote song they're using in the background.
Okay.
It's some sort of festive sort of song. I think it's supposed to evoke kind of a Mexican style of song, but it's very American sounding at the same time. But the thing that annoys me is they use like an air horn in the song. Like,
Oh.
"Bwah, bwah, bwah."
Yeah, that
Which-
would be very annoying.
I mean, it's pretty subtle, and but the thing, see, to me, it's just a joke. Because watching Loading Ready Run, they do streaming, and they'll use the air horn sound as sort of like a comical victory. Like, we did it! Wah, wah, wah. And sometimes they have the actual sound effect, and most of the time they just do it with their voice.
I do not like these guys.
Yeah, they're a little annoying. I usually just give them a miss.
Okay. Well, time to do that.
And you can go around to the path on the right there.
This path over here?
Yep. More to the right.
More to the right.
More to the right. There you go.
Oh, I'm down here.
So- So the pathway where you need to go is covered by lava, and so you need to stop the source of that lava.
Drain the lava. Pull out the plug.
Dry up the source.
Drop some ice into it. Make it a piece of land I can walk across.
Sure.
Ooh, a basin. It's the lava source.
Yep.
Is it a person?
It is a sort of personage. I don't know if I'd describe him as a person per se. He's got a head.
Well, now I don't know if I have time
A torso.
to complain about my YouTube ad.
You don't have time.
Because I'm going to be intensely fighting a boss, a mini-boss. This is quite like the ice tentacle monster. Water.
Oh, the Hydra?
Yeah,
Yeah, sort of.
but it's exactly the same fight.
So he's not hostile to begin with, as you can see.
Oh.
To start the fight, you can either bash him in the face, or you can go over to the right and disturb the remains of his sister.
Ooh, that's what I'm gonna do. Hey, buddy.
And before you do that, there is an easy way and a hard way to win this fight. The hard way is to wait until he tries to smash you with his arm, and then whack his arm.
Okay. That sounds easy.
No, that's the hard one. The easy way is to make a beeline back for the door, and as soon as you get back to the door, the little cloud barrier, then he'll leap attack you and hold on to the edge, and he's clearly holding on for dear life, and then you can wail on his arm a few times. It's 10 hits or something, and then that just automatically kills him. He'll fall off and die.
So that's programmed into the game.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll do that. Wow, some sweet cloaks and stuff. Oh my goodness. You're gonna hurt me, aren't you?
So I can't exactly tell. It seems like he's pulled out his arm for some reason. And I'm not sure if, like, he's got two arms and he used one to pull out the other, or if his arms... It almost looks like his arms are, like, connected in one continuous loop. And he just pulls out one end of it. It's kind of weird. So keep running.
Well, it looked like a drop.
He's got one of the more disturbing names in the game.
Ceaseless Discharge.
Discharge is a gross word.
Yeah. He can be discharged from the army. Is he hanging on?
Yep.
For dear life?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
No, that arm there.
Yeah. Take that, arm. I don't know why you got yourself into this position, sir.
Mm-hmm. Mistakes were made.
Is he gonna kill me?
Nope, he's gone.
Oh. He falls into the lava and he dies.
Well, it falls into some large pit.
And now he ceases his discharge.
Not exactly true to his name. The ceased discharge.
More like deceased.
Alright, onward and downward.
Ah. Okay, so I've been getting this ad. That's not super constant, so I'm not annoyed by that. But it's an ad for Sports Center. Have you gotten any Sports Center ads?
I have not. I don't visit sports websites, I guess.
Yeah. Well, in the ad, there's like a guy at his frat's party, and like he gets tired of being at the party, I guess, and goes to his room, and he sees a dirty sock on the door,
Okay.
telling him the room is occupied.
Like on the doorknob?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he climbs out a window onto the roof and pulls out a tablet and starts watching Sports Center. And the tagline is, "End your night on a highlight." And I have to say, that would be like a terrible evening for me if I had to wander out onto the roof and watch Sports Center.
Not your cup of joe.
No.
You'd prefer climbing out and watching. What would you watch?
I watch, I don't know, Netflix, Rick and Morty. Take a goat monster. Baphomet.
Capra Demon.
Onward and throughward here.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna have a drop one of these times. Just gonna walk into nothingness thinking it's stairs.
I can't imagine why that commercial would have been made. It doesn't seem like very creative.
The Sports Center commercial?
Yeah. So rather than fight your way through like 10 of these guys, I just dropped down.
Oh. Good thing I didn't miss.
And then you probably want to use a ranged attack on that guy.
Why, he looks like he has tiny arms.
No, he'll grab you and throw you around. Oop. End your night on a highlight. Is that supposed to be like a joke? Like his roommate is ending his night on a highlight by doing it with a girl, and then his own personal highlight is watching Sports Center. Is it a double entendre?
I think the joke is merely that they show highlights from sports on Sports Center.
Oh, it's a highlight. I get it. I guess that's clever. Slow clap.
Yeah, I guess Sports Center.
Get your stuff together.
It's a good thing you bought me a bunch of arrows.
They do come in handy on occasion.
This part of his body must be hurting pretty hard right now.
Doesn't seem to notice. Just waiting around. Yeah, I'm meeting somebody from Craigslist here.
Buying a used set of socks.
I remember learning years ago that there are people who buy used socks off of eBay.
I remember reading that same thing on Reddit.
And there were people who just like, I don't know if they make a living off of doing it, but they like supplement their income. They'll, buy some socks, wear a pair of socks, and then sell it on eBay. And people buy it. Like, what the heck is going on?
I don't know, some people are into it or something.
I guess. It's like, that's, as the person selling it, it's like, that's easy money, but at the same time, I don't know if I want to degrade myself.
There's no degradation involved. You're just selling some socks.
So you probably want to actually rest at the bonfire. Otherwise it doesn't save you.
Probably a good thing. I'll never do that.
Also level up, maybe.
Guess I got a few souls, sure. Whatever.
One level.
Easy come, easy go.
Shut up and let me go. Hey.
Is that George Washington? Bug?
What? Oh, no.
Who is that then? What is the statue?
It's a creature. Some of them come to life. Some of them don't.
Oh. Some of them come to life, eh? I'm watching you guys. Does this ground come to life?
No.
This one came to life. I think I have a metal shield. Still pretty hot. Backstab.
Haven't figured out their mechanism of travel yet. Do they have tiny little legs under that sphere body? Or are they floating along, just barely hovering?
Yeah.
Sort of life's many great mysteries.
Yes, real life. Do they die permanently?
What's that?
Do they die permanently?
No, they'll respawn.
They got that permanent death animation.
So I finally finished Dune.
Okay.
Didn't really care for it.
Alright. You're gonna read the rest of the series then, are you?
Nope. Not planning on it.
Gonna watch the movie?
I've heard the movie sucks.
Play the games?
There are games.
Yeah.
Since I've never heard of them, I assume they're bad. But not so bad as to be notorious.
So, good point.
Yeah, it was... I don't know, I feel like so much time was spent world building, but very little of what was built had any, narrative reference or reason for it. They go to lengths to explain, these knives that they use, the natives. Will kill a sandworm and make its teeth into knives, they call them Chris knives.
Okay.
And they have big religious significance when we're introduced to them. No one's allowed to even see the knife unless they're gonna die by it, or unless they've been religiously purified. And the knives are not allowed to leave the planet either. They're these sacred icons. And then that's the last we hear about their significance. I mean, they're used later on in duels and in fighting,
Okay.
But it's like, okay, they're a weapon. Like why bother explaining they have all this religious significance to them?
Yeah, why bother, Frank Herbert?
I'm sure we can dig him up and ask him. One time I was fighting this guy, and when they die, they'll kind of fall forward, and their corpse still has like it can still hit you.
Okay.
And so you can actually be pushed off. And I was pushed off one time by the corpse. I was very upset.
Did you say bologna?
Oops. I probably said bologna. Maybe some other choice meats.
Salami. Pastrami.
Pepperoni.
That's like something Kimmy Schmidt would say.
That's a pretty good show. Ambush.
Oh my goodness. I don't like this. Uh-oh. I got a titanite shard.
A green one. It's probably all moldy. So there is actually an item. What are you doing?
The camera view is terrible. Okay.
I mean, there's a treasure chest out beyond them.
Okay.
It contains an ember, which you may or may not end up using anyway. It's coming.
Hey. Okay, so I have to make it past them?
Mm-hmm. I wonder if the blood is rushing to the head.
Probably used to it. How do I fight this? How do I stop it from killing me?
You might be just screwed. Instead of you dying, it says you're screwed.
Nice going, genius.
Learn the mechanics, why don't you? Have you noticed in like TV shows and movies, whenever some guy is asking a girl out, they'll frequently finalize it by saying something like "pick you up at 8."
We already talked about that last week, Nathan.
Did we? I didn't check it off.
2 weeks ago. Stay on the game.
Are you sure we already talked about that one?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Well, I guess today's just repeats. We already talked about Brian Setzer.
Who's that?
I'm pretty sure we talked about that, how my friend embarrassed himself.
Yeah.
And I remember it.
Yeah.
Because he thought it was Brian Seltzer. How about Subway? We didn't talk about Subway, did we?
I don't think so.
Okay. So I was thinking to myself that Subway is actually a fairly clever name for a business.
Is it?
Because it's something that you don't really notice because I mean, I've just kind of grown up around Subway. So it's one of those names that just is so common now in my mind that I don't really think about it, but whoa.
I got it.
But I mean, they're submarine sandwiches, so that's the sub part.
Okay.
And they could have called it like Sub-Zone, right? And,
Sure.
But Sub-Zone doesn't actually mean anything. But Subway
Oh yeah, that's a real word.
has an alternate meaning, and it doesn't necessarily relate to sandwiches in any way. So
Oh yeah, so that makes it very appropriate.
I mean, they could have gone with Sub-Zone or
Mm-hmm.
Sub-House.
Subpar.
subpar. So I'll say that's kind of clever, but I don't think you'd want to call your place subpar. And other business names, I mean, it's mostly people's names, right? McDonald's.
Oh, that's the name of a popular food restaurant.
Burger King.
Yeah.
Named after the king, right?
Is it? Elvis? I don't think he had anything to do with it. Got him. Yeah.
Five Guys, I mean, what kind of name is that? In and out. It's actually kind of gross if you think about it.
No, I don't really see grossness.
Well, it goes in and then it comes back out.
I guess it does. It's the circle of food. The circle of food.
Red M&Ms, green M&Ms, they all wind up the same color in the end.
Can I, like, fake these guys out?
No, you'll be trapped in the middle.
Goody.
But they generally don't attack for a few seconds.
So I can get a hit in. There's that theory.
Woo.
Go for it. Get him. Uh-huh. What do you think it's too high? Too low?
Maybe just a little high.
He turned the volume down for us.
The game volume.
Oh. Gonna waste all my Estus getting this brown shard. Should just be an in and out job.
This ain't no In-N-Out burger.
They're about to be burger meat.
I think one of the more clever gags on The Simpsons is the try and save.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shopping mart. I always thought that was pretty funny.
So that's all that was over here.
Yep. So,
Yeah?
next up is a boss.
Oh,
So,
I want to fill up.
yeah, I want to recharge.
Sure, I'll go around the broken steps. Why don't you just bring a heavy thing through? Ooh. Is this a trap?
No,
Kinda looks like a trap.
no, but you'll meet him later.